Hey everyone, got Ramzees here, who is in a very unique niche, and he still crushed CCM, which is amazing. It just proves that the niche doesn't actually matter. If you build out a calling team, you can make it work regardless. As you can see by his background, maybe you can guess what his niche is, but it's it's anime tattoos, which is the Ramzees is the only person I've ever met in the anime tattoo niche, which is amazing. I love it. It just like I said proves that it can work. Ramzees, give me a really quick background on you, how you got into the agency space, that kind of stuff.
Uh, Probably just like everybody else, just floundering, just trying to figure something out, and was working with tattoo artists regularly. They're really mean, but I love I love anime, and anime tattoo like popped up on my feed one day. I didn't even know they did anime tattoos, and I think 3 years ago, I just was like, I wonder what animetattoos.com, like what the website looks like. It was available.
You said
I
3 years
brokered a
ago.
deal. Hmm?
You said 3 years ago.
Yeah, 3 years
Okay,
ago.
cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Um, I brokered a deal. I got a good deal on it. It was a lot cheaper than it should have been, and been rolling ever since. But
So
I
you
didn't
actually
really.
found oh, and cause I've never done that before, right? Whenever I see a URL that I want, I'm always like it always says like broken. I'm like it's not worth it. I always think, but you actually like, were like yeah, I'm gonna buy this one, and you actually went through the process. I'm actually interested.
Yeah.
This is a separate conversation, but I didn't know that happened. I'm interested to know like um how that even works. But that's cool though, man. So you just like saw the yeah. Go on, sorry, carry on.
But yeah, literally that. I saw that it was available. I brokered a deal. Went back and forth, back and forth. It was the end of the quarter, of Q4, so they were trying to hit a number. I was like, "Hey, if you could meet me here," and I borrowed the money to buy the freaking domain, and
That's
yeah, that was
crazy.
that was that.
That's freaking crazy that you. Okay, well, fair play to you, man. That's sick though. Um, yeah, well done for taking a risk. So, did you have an agency at that point, or were you just like just playing around with it?
I had an agency. I don't think I feel like I didn't have an agency until like 3 months ago when I joined CCM. That's why I'll say like, okay, like I have like an actual business essentially. Like that's why,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Because
How did you actually find out about CCM in the first place?
if I recall correctly, it might have been from somebody from YouTube. And have you ever worked with Brian Moncada by any chance? I feel like
Oh, I've never worked with him. I know who he is. He's the YouTube guy, right?
yes. I swear I heard of you from him somewhere, and
Okay,
then I ended
I'll
up
take
on your
that.
email list, and I was just on your email list for like months and months and months and months and months. I was like, dang, I want this, but I
Oh,
don't know.
I'm glad. You know what? It's so nice to hear that because I always think my emails don't work. I never really get much from the emails, so I'm always just like, no one's even reading them. But you're not the only one. I've had a couple of people recently who've been like, yeah, I was on your email list for like months, and then eventually it was like, fuck, I better do this. And I was like, oh, well,
Yeah.
that's good. That's always a good sign. And one thing we have got to mention is the story of for anyone. Obviously, people watching this, it's actually quite funny. So I have to find the conversation. So when we first started setting up all the emails and all that kind of stuff we had a bug in our goal high level, and basically what it was doing is it was like texting at the wrong times or some other thing. And Ramses, this is just like a testament to like when people think a lead's dead, right? Ramses was getting texted, it something didn't work, it broke, something it was screwing up, and he wrote back something like, "Yeah, look, like you're supposed to be teaching about lead nurture and how to use goal high level and the systems and all this stuff, yet you're screwing it up for yourself. Like, how can you be teaching this when you can't even do it properly yourself? Like, I'm not interested anymore." And I was like, I
And I
read that,
was,
I was like, I texted him back like,
it's embarrassing, but I really wanted it. I really wanted it to work, and I was like, damn, bro, like, I was just frustration to be
Yeah.
honest.
Dude,
Just
I was like Ramses. I was like, look, like I've reached out to look. This is the thing, man. You've always got to like subjugate your ego. It's what I've learned from a mentor before. Which is like I could have sat there and been like, oh, what was a bug? Like if you think this is annoying, then you're not a good fit for CC. I could have just made up some bullshit and made myself feel better for like 2 minutes, right? But I reached out to you. I was like, hey man, look, like you're completely right. Like this is a massive fuck up on our end. This shouldn't have happened. Blah blah. And obviously over time, you're like, fuck, I really want this still. And it's good, right? Like worked out in the end. Here we are, right? So that's always good. And so before, like you mentioned earlier, that you felt like that you didn't have a real business, right? Beforehand, like what was going on before? What was happening?
like the entire time that I was in agency, I think we were like max. I was making like 1K a month, maybe 1K a month. I joined CCM with like like not a lot of money. I was like, honestly, I'm gonna join. I'm gonna have to make it work because I don't have them. And yeah, so I worked in higher education or worked in higher education, college, like university. I'm helping students get into college, making like
Yeah.
admissions decisions, stuff like that. I was floating the business with my actual paycheck, no end in sight.
Wow.
And then yeah, we went from 1K. I think the first month. Yeah, I think the first month joining CCM, I think we did like 28,000. So I went from like 1,000 to 28,000 in a
Okay, that
month.
may be the biggest jump we've seen. That is
I,
insane. I didn't actually know it was that much. That's crazy. How,
I
like, talk me through that. Like, what was the big, like, don't get me wrong. I think the program's great. I think I've got a lot of good stuff in there, right? Is it a 28x in the first month? That's not normal. What were the things that you learned? What happened? Like, give me a background on that.
I think personally it was the confidence knowing that okay, I got like even though I don't have it set up, I'm like I bought it, I see it's there, I see it's working. So like I'm getting on the sales calls like yeah, like I got this coming up. I just got this. This is going to be crazy. And like it just happened, I guess. Yeah. It was real.
Mm.
For me, I think it was just the confidence when I got on sales calls. It was like, yeah, I have a call center building it out right now, hiring, setting it up. Um, I had like a little bit of um industry credibility,
Yep.
if I would say, but like for me, it was definitely just the ability to say, like, yeah, I have something. Like I see it works, like it's rock solid. And I like there's calls like every day. I was like, if I can't figure this out, I probably just shouldn't be a business owner. I'll be completely honest. Cause like there's so much help. There's like so much content. And you see how like thorough it is. I'm like, yeah, if I can't do it, then there's something wrong with me. So I think just having
Yeah.
that confidence of I can do this and I have like the system is there and people to ask and help. I was like, there's no way. There's no way. So I just literally bet everything. Um yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I literally bet everything. I was like, can I do this and like figure it out later? And you were gracious enough to allow me to, and now I'm here. I quit my job like maybe a month ago. Yeah, like about a month ago. I'm moving to Southeast Asia in January full time. We're gonna be
You
traveling
taking
around.
all this stuff with you?
Yep. Well, no, not nope. I'm a backpack and a dream, but I might get
Cool.
a virtual background. But yeah,
Yeah.
literally from making $1,000 a month, working a corporate 9 to 5 job, and like a month later, quit my job, moving to Asia, like consistent 20K per month. And I'm not even like even really focusing on getting new clients. I'm right now, I'm just like servicing, service delivery, stuff like that. So like once
Love that.
I yeah, once I turn everything on again, I think it's gonna get kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna
You have so
go.
many smart people in the group too, but from like other people, like you have the ads, the call with Hamza, you have
Yep.
all the tech stuff. So like if you're watching this and you're like, yeah, I'm not a techie person, you really don't have to be. Like all the people in the group can help you. And I'm like, really more than willing to help you. So if you get stuck, there's literally like 4 calls a day on like different stuff on like running the call center, setting up the call center, technical issues with the call center, just general coaching calls in the call center. It's like if there's a problem, you should just jump in the call because whatever you need help with, you can get help with it pretty
Yeah,
easy.
man. I do my best. That's exactly what we try to do because we know that building this stuff, look, I say this on every interview pretty much. Like building this stuff is not overnight. It's not some really quick thing. And if people don't get the support they need, then they are just gonna flake. Like imagine if we didn't have any calls. Imagine I just said, hey, here's the content. Good luck. Like, yeah, 50% of the people will probably still crush it. But the other 50%, like they the 50% that would get results won't get results because there's no help, right? There's no support. And that's kind of the biggest problem. Like a lot of time with other groups that I've joined, the coaching calls, they're absolutely rammed. There's like 20 people on a coaching call. They get to ask one question. And like the business owner, in terms of like the person who owns the group, thinks they're being efficient with time, but really like you see it like when you jump on my calls, like how many people are there? Like two, three, if
Yeah,
that.
two, three,
Yeah,
and
and
one of them might be the bot that's recording. Like
yeah,
you
my
really get a
notes.
lot of
And
individualized attention, which is so rare. Like, yeah,
sometimes there are times when no one even joins my calls, and it's like it's one of the things I'd rather be there and give the support. And obviously, my team do loads of calls as well to help as well if you need it. But I think it's just such an important part of making sure that you have that. It is a dumb, you do it yourself. It's a DIY program, but like we give as much support as we can, to make sure you can get there. And so, in terms of activation points, so like, what was there a specific moment where you were like, fuck, I need that. Obviously, you said earlier, like, I need, there was a point in the emails, you're like, I need this. Was there like a specific moment that happened to you or something that went wrong? You were like, okay, I need to fix this now. Or was it just like a kind of like a straw that broke the camel's back? It was just lots of little things over time.
I think it was just a lot of little things over time for me, and I think you might have just written a really good email that was like, "All right, time to
AI,
streamline."
AI, AI wrote a really good email. ChatGPT wrote a really good email.
There
I'm
we
joking. I'm
go.
joking. My team did it, but still.
Yeah, I think it was just like, all right, I've been kind of spinning my wheels for a while. I need to make something happen. Um, I live in New York, so like New York is like always political and like working in higher education. It's just like, yeah, like I'm just losing my mind. Like, oh my gosh, like I had this probably the safest job. Like, can't get fired, make like fine money. You know, regular life. I was like, bro, I hate this so much because I like, oh, it's just
Horrible.
terrible. It was
It's
just terrible.
horrible. My philosophy on life is like I've said this before. It's a bit off topic, but it's like I genuinely see this as like a GTA game, right? And it's like, imagine someone gave you the new GTA 6 and they're like, hey, it hasn't been released yet. Like, have it for a day, go play it. I learned this from a reel. It was a really interesting reel I watched. And the guy in the reel was like, yeah, imagine it's like a GTA game. And then you're like, then you give the game back after 24 hours. And then the developer's like, oh, hey, what did you do on the game? How did you find it? You're like, yeah, I did that. I did the university mission. I did like the university assistance mission. It's like, okay, cool. Well, what else you do? It's like, no, I just did that like every day. It's like, you wait, the whole game you just played like, oh no, I went to this place once and I went to visit, but like I just for like 80% of the time I just played the university mission. It's like, you fucking kidding? Like, go. There was this whole thing you could have done, and you're just gonna sit there and play the university. Like the guy in the reel used like the taxi driver mission as the example, and I really found it really funny. Like, yeah, imagine that just doing the taxi driver mission over and over and over again. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Go live your life, dude. Like, go have fun. So yeah, like I'm glad that you've taken the plunge, man. At the end of the day, we're all gonna die, so who cares? Like, it's the whole Hormozy thing, right? Like, no one's gonna remember you. Everyone's gonna just fucking do your thing, man. Just have fun with it.
Just join CCM.
And
Like,
just join. Yeah, just
just join
basically
CCM.
CCM's like GTA. That's what I'm trying to say. No, I'm joking.
Yeah,
And so what kind of fears or worries did you have when jumping? Obviously, you
everything,
put you
every
because you.
single one.
I remember we did like a special payment plan for you. Like we when I've got a product that I know works, I'm always open to like I shouldn't say this probably publicly, but like we're open to figuring it out with people, right? Um, and so before jumping in, obviously I don't know if you borrowed money or whatever you did, but like what kind of concerns did you have?
I had every single well, every concern except it working. It was just like
What was it?
it.
Why were you so confident it's going to work?
Uh, because when I like one, I think when I talked to Ryan on the sales call, I was like, oh wait, because like Ryan wasn't really even trying to sell me. He was like just trying to figure out if if it was even worth it for me. Ryan accidentally fixed my entire business model too. Cause he was like, okay, so
Right?
you
Okay,
make
right.
this. He's like, okay, you make this, but you're charging way too low to even make this make sense. I was like, oh dang, you're right. Yeah. Okay. He's like, have you considered doing this? I was like, no, I haven't. Cause like I can't like like because I would get the leads, like, hey, talk to them, and then they just piss them away pretty much, like my clients. So he's like, but you could do this because you're gonna have a call center to call the leads, right? And you're gonna book them. How hard is it? I'm like, wait, you're right. Because like if I talk to the leads, it's like I'm closing darn near everybody. If my clients are talking, they're not calling nobody. They're not doing anything.
Oh, mate, if they're tattooing someone and a lead comes in, do you think they're going to stop tattooing? Like, it's actually very, like, I've got tattoos. Everyone probably sees that on me. And so if I was there with my artist and then his phone was going off and like he would randomly stop and like call, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, focus on the work. Please, like, this is on my body
And
for
there's
the
like
rest of my
that
life.
whole sanitation, like because they have to put the gloves on,
Yeah,
rapid, like,
yeah.
yeah,
It's the whole
it's
experience
not
as well.
realistic for them. And I like nobody wants to be calling leads like as a
That's
business owner. That's where like I did the paper show model,
yep.
and like I brought my LTV up to like I don't even like it. Yeah, it's way it's way more than it was. I used to charge like $97 a month, and
You usually
like
charge $97 a month
yeah,
for
when
what?
like before I got on that call.
For what? What did you used to charge $97 a month
To
for?
like set up like the funnel and like get the leads and stuff. Like it my business was broken because it was like a big setup fee on the front and like 97 a month. Ryan was like, that makes no sense. I was like, I never thought about it like that. Yeah, you're probably right. And
That's
he was
crazy.
like, would you like have you experimented with that? I was like, I can't do that because I can't guarantee that I'm gonna get clients. He's like, but if you join this, you will. So you want to try it? I was like, yeah,
Fuck it.
screw it. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
And
I love that.
yeah, and now
Yeah.
I have three setters on the team. I'm in the team follow up AI to for the voice calling. That thing
Yep.
is absolutely wild. The they got Closebot on board too.
Good.
So like, yeah, like
It's all working. It's all working. I love that. I
it's
love
all
that.
working. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. What were your, in fact, before I say that, just a quick thing on the pricing. If anyone's watching this, I had a client in CCM. They were like, oh, I'm not making enough profit at the moment. And I was like, oh shit, let's figure this out. What's going on? And he had all these metrics. He laid it all out, right? And even before he shared his screen, I was like, how much do you charge? He's like, I'm charging 697 a month. I was like, you're charging 697 a month for lead gen and calling? He went, yeah. I went, okay, just triple your pricing. Just like make it like $1,800 a month. And then you literally like, what? I don't know what the profit's going to increase, like a 5x profit or whatever it is, right? Like, it's like, it's insane. I was like, and then even before he showed me anything, I think you might have even been on the call. And then he was just like, okay, I'll go do that. I was like, yes, do that before anything else. Like, just put your price. Like, why are you charging so? What? I think it's the new agency owner thing. Like, when you're a new agency owner, if you haven't had the consultation on it, like people just think, oh, will they pay 97? Will they pay? It's like, yes, they'll pay it. Like, and even if with his existing clients, I said to him, I was like, look, let's say you triple your price and half your clients leave, you're still making more money. So don't worry.
Mm,
Like, do you know what I mean? And he's confident that more than 50% will carry on paying triple. So it's like, just do it then. It's like
yeah.
that's, I feel like
And
I'm repeating a lot of
having something like CCM gives you the confidence to be able to even do it. Because it's like if I was charging 97 a month for what I was doing before, and now I have this, and like you just see what it can do, it's like you don't you have that confidence to say the price out loud and just shut up and just see
that's
what the reaction
that's
is
so
and
true,
not
man.
be like, ah,
The
are they
confidence
gonna
is
say
such a
no?
big thing. Yeah, it's such a big. I didn't really think about that, but like now you've got the systems. Not even just the systems for CCM, but like now you've got the skills, right? Because you've learned the skills on the automations, you've learned the skills on how to do all this stuff, right? It takes you to another level. It's like if I'm ever on a sales call with someone and they're like, I'll happily. My hourly rate at the moment is 1K an hour, and I'm happy to say that to people. Like, yeah, it's 1K. Like, if anything, that's a freaking steal for people again. An hour of my time, 1K. Like, yeah, you should be paying more than that. So like, I think it's just that, again, it's the confidence because you've got the skills which you can do that, right? Which I love. And so, what were some of the favorite parts you had of the program?
So I think one, it just made me a smarter person just in general. Like putting everything together. When I first thought, I was like, ain't no way I'm doing this. I got it. I was like, yo, this is ridiculous. But then like just showing up to the calls, just like watching the video 3, 4 times, just like really trying to get through it. I got to the end of the tunnel. I was like, okay, if I could do that, this everything else gonna be easy. I just get on the sales call and like, listen, it's so funny. I just talk to them. I see if I want to work with them. I'm like, hey, can I just share my screen and show you? And they're like, what the hell, bro? What is this? I'm like, this is what we do. That's it. You wanna join? Cool. It's this much. They're like, hell yeah. I'm like, wow, that was easy.
It's
Yo.
when you can show like the report and you built out the system you built out and all that stuff with it. It puts you in a different level. Like people, because there are all these like, look, I say this again, I say this in every interview as well. Like, there's always like fuckboy agency owners that are like just trying to get to 10K a month or some bullshit, right? And they don't really care, and they're just like, oh yeah, and they think it's all sales, all sales. If you've got a good product and you can just show the product, it just takes you to like you don't even need to sell. It's just like this is it. Like look what I like. People just imagine. People are just straight away like, oh wow, if this Ramsey's guy's got all this stuff locked in, what's he gonna have like when we actually work together? What's he gonna build for me? Like people get really excited by it, which is amazing. Yeah, I love that. And with you said you got three setters now, right?
Yeah, three setters.
Cool. How did you find them all using the CCM system, or did you have some before, or yeah?
No, I had nobody. I had nobody. I had nobody. I definitely the CCM system, as well as the the coaching calls. Because one of the coaches inside of CCM, he was like the way that you get clients for your business, you could just like do the same type of thing to find setters. So I did it.
Yep.
Got like 500 something applications for like $40. I'm going through, I found like three great people, accents like sound great. They show up on time, they're cool, they love anime. Like it's yeah, yeah.
That's sick.
Everything that you could possibly need is definitely in this program, plus some. Then there's bonus, and then yeah, and then there's like the mastermind recording where it's like there's so much in here, not in an overwhelming way, because like you definitely want to kind of bite your way through it, but like if there's something that's going to make you more money, it's definitely in here. It's definitely in here.
I love that, man. I love that. Yeah, I like we said before the call. I need to do some more mastermind stuff. I think the mastermind stuff is really good, and the network and all that. It's and even beyond that, like we've got I don't know if I told you already, we've got like the blue messaging stuff coming out this week.
I
Um,
can't wait for that. That's going to
oh,
be
dude,
a
that's
game changer. That's oh my god.
it's so good.
P2P is my number one enemy. If that gets solved, yeah, this I'm sorry, Aaron. He might have to double the price of the program if
Stop
he
everyone from
gets
getting
rid of
in.
that. Oh my
I
gosh,
do my best to make it sticky, right? Like from a full transparent, selfish point of view, like the reason why I keep adding this more and more stuff is obviously so I can add more value to the program and all that. But like really what it's about as well is that the more value I provide, the longer people are going to stay with me, right? And stay in CCM and keep enjoying it and keep working with it and stuff. So yeah, I'm and especially like we've got the spam likely like the what do you call it, the branded messaging, not the CNAM but like an actual branded messaging thing that's coming out soon. That's gonna be like branded calls. I mean that'll be really cool. And so with the setters, how are they finding the system? Like how are you finding managing them? How are they finding the day to day? How's all that going?
they they love it. I love it. It's easy to kind of manage everything. Seeing everything in one place is very helpful. I even built out mine in Discord, funny enough. So like we're in Discord and it's just like ping it, setting everything up. I saved a few bucks in terms
Yeah,
of
yeah.
like Slack. They find it really easy. I think the training that you make, because if you're like when you join the program, and this is for you who's watching it, when you join the program, there's a program for the people you hire so that they can learn how to be appointment setters too. So like they did that and then they jumped in and I just taught them about tattoos and yeah, they're off to the races. I have one who started last. I think she started like last Monday. It might be like her fifth or sixth day. She booked like 8 appointments for me already. I'm like, yo, let's go.
That's
Get
so good.
into it.
That's so good. Are you getting deposits or is it just
Yeah.
appointments? You getting
Yeah.
deposits as well,
We
dude.
get paid the deposit essentially. So like the more deposit that they get, that's what we keep. So $200 a pop. Hey, like let's go.
You're getting $200 deposits on the call.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. That's so good. That's
Sometimes
freaking
they're texting, sometimes they're calling. It just really depends on the volume, but like they're doing really good. They're doing really
yeah.
good. And then with the voice AI and the close bot like coming in,
So much.
it's gonna be very fun. It's gonna be very
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. Oh man, it's exciting. It's exciting. This has been great, man. Uh, In regards to like, obviously you've already said some amazing things, but anyone that's watching the video and they're thinking of joining and they're just like, oh, is it worth the time? Is it worth the money? What would you say to them?
I would say so. I'm gonna look at you directly at you right now. The one who's watching this, if you got to the end of this video, you're still on the fence. I would highly recommend just getting on the call, talking to somebody. The program has really changed my life. I had a plan to finish my master's, 3 years, hopefully travel down the line, maybe quit my job, and I joined the program. And the next month, I got to quit my job. I'm traveling the world with my wife in a few months. And I would not be in this position without the program. The program is everything that you need to be successful, all the stuff that you know you need, all the stuff that you didn't know you need, and all the support that you need to make it happen at the same time. Um, like, just, I think if you know that your life is destined for something bigger, just make that bet on yourself. Like, this is something that, yeah, this is like that Archimedes like lever. Did he do that? This is the thing that you do, and like it doesn't just make you like 20% better. It like might just like 20x everything that you're doing, and give you that swag, that confidence when you're talking to leads, to prospects, to somebody who might want to do business with you. And I see like a lot of, even though I started out at 1K, there's a lot of people doing a lot more than me in the group who like stay in the group. So like you're like rising tides raise all ships. So like you're just around a whole lot of really, really smart people. So I would highly recommend it to anybody, even considering it, just having the conversation, seeing if it would be a good fit. But I this is as good as a surefire guarantee that I can think of that I've seen. I've definitely bought like 6K programs and got nothing out of it before. And this, like, the ROI was like ridiculous already. And now I have the skills. And I think that's the biggest thing. So thank you, Aaron. If you're watching this still, just do yourself a favor. Just do it. Just do it, please.
Thank you so much, man. That's such a nice. Putting the business aside, like it genuinely warms my heart knowing that I've built something which has helped people like yourself in such a good way. It's incredible, man. Thank you so much for jumping on, taking the time. I know you're a busy guy. Thanks for jumping on, doing this. You're an absolute dream to work with, man. As well, man. You're a great client. So, thank you, Ramsey. Thank you for everything you do. I appreciate you, man. Speak soon.
Appreciate you.
Bye.